More than 80% of AI projects fail. Rand Corporation studied this with 65 interviews with data scientists and engineers across the field, and they found 5 root causes. 4 of those 5 trace back to one single thing: the data. Most owners think their AI failed because the AI was wrong. It wasn't. It was really the data. I'm giving you a 20-minute audit that I run before quoting any AI build. 9 questions. Make sure you run it before you sign anything. This is the same audit I run with every client before I quote them on a single dollar. 5 questions you've probably thought about. 4 of them you almost certainly haven't. And those 4 are the ones that quietly kill projects 6 months in. All right, so these first 5 questions are table stakes, right? So if your vendor isn't asking them in your first call, you're not their client, you're their experiment. I'm going to run through these quickly because they're foundational and not really surprising. So pay attention of what the vendor answer should sound. How much data are we working with, and how fast does it grow? The wrong answer from a vendor sounds like, how many documents do you have? That's only half the question, right? The right answer sounds like, how many documents do you have today, and how many are you adding each month? Both matter because, for instance, a law firm with 5,000 case files that's adding 200 a month is a completely different build from a firm with 50,000 case files that's truly stable. The growth rate determines whether your system needs incremental re-indexing or batch processing or even real-time ingestion. So your vendor doesn't ask about growth, they're not planning the system to last 12 months. What formats are we working with? PDF, Excel, Word, scanned images. And here's a question inside the question, right? Native PDF versus scanned PDF. Most owners don't know the difference. A native PDF was generated digitally, the text is already extractable, and a scanned PDF is a picture of a text. It needs OCR, and OCR ends up adding cost, processing time, and maybe an error rate, right? If your data lives in Excel with merged cells, nested tabs, and pivot tables, that's a separate parsing problem. The vendor needs to handle that explicitly and not assume that it'll work. If your data is mostly scanned PDFs and your vendor didn't ask, they're about to underquote you by 30%. How often does this data change, and how do we swap out old versions? Every RAG system needs a refresh strategy. New documents come in, old ones get deprecated, edits get made. And if that strategy isn't in the quote, it gets bolted on later badly. What a good vendor proposes: a clear refresh cadence, either daily, weekly, or on trigger, and a deletion mechanism for outdated content. If they say they'll figure out later, then they probably won't, and you'll find out in month 3 when the AI is signing a policy you removed 2 months ago. Who in your team should see what? In a small firm, maybe everyone sees everything. In a 30-person firm, your associates probably shouldn't see partner-only documents. Your client team probably shouldn't see other clients' data. This needs to be designed into the system from day one, not added as a phase 2 feature. A good vendor proposes row-level security for team scope permissions in the first call, and a bad vendor says, we'll add rows later. And later is a more expensive feature than just adding it now. Any regulated data, PII, PHI, attorney-client privilege, financial records. This question needs to be asked before the vendor talks about features because compliance changes architecture choices. HIPAA, GDPR, attorney-client privilege, each one constrains your vendor selection and your encryption strategy, and also your retention policy. And one more layer here, right? Audit logging. Can you prove who accessed what, from when? And for regulated industries, this really isn't optional. Even for everyone else, it becomes critical for the first time a customer asks, where did they get this answer from? Demand source attribution on every AI answer, and access logs from day one. If your vendor can't ask all 5 of those in your first call, then you're not their client, you're their experiment. Those are the easy 5, but even if your vendor asks all of them, the project can still fail because the next 4 questions are the ones that almost no one asks, and they're the ones that can quietly kill the build 6 months in. These 4 came directly from auditing failed RAGs deployments, and each one takes 60 seconds to ask. Each one will take weeks to fix if you missed it. And each one breaks the AI in a way that looks at the AI as wrong, but actually the data was wrong from day one. When 2 documents in your system contradict one another, which one wins? This is the one that scares me the most when I audit a client's data because almost every company I've worked with has a version 1, 2, and a version 3 of the same SOP, same contract template, and maybe internal policy sitting in one knowledge base. Nobody flagged the old ones as superseded, and nobody told the AI which one was current. So the employee asks a question from the AI, and the AI cites version 1 that has the same exact confidence as it cites version 3, and it doesn't know which one is right. It just picked whatever one came up first in retrieval. A concrete example of when I worked with a law firm, they had 3 versions of a standard client engagement letter in their system, and the AI cited the 2022 version to a client last quarter. The 2022 version had a clause that they deliberately removed in 2024, and that's not a small mistake, right? That's a malpractice exposure nobody saw coming because nobody ran the question through the audit. The fix is straightforward. Tag every document with a version number, a status, active or superseded, and an effective date, right? The AI filters for current only by default, but you have to design that in. It doesn't happen by accident. Your AI tells your client whatever it found first. You never told it which version was current, it just guessed. Can your AI filter by who created the document, when, for what client, in what jurisdiction? Most documents have zero metadata, just the file name, maybe a folder, and that's it. And without metadata, the AI can't filter, and filter is what separates a useful answer from a dangerous one. What metadata should you have? At minimum, a document type, creation ID, owner, a one-line summary, and probably like an ID, right? And that's the difference between an AI that can quote your documents and an AI that can actually reason across them. A document without metadata is a document that AI can't reason about. It can only quote. When one document references another, see Schedule B, follow steps 1 to 3 in the onboarding doc. Can your AI follow the breadcrumbs? Almost never in a default RAG setup, the AI cites the main document and doesn't pull in the referenced one. And it gives you an answer that technically is correct, but operationally useless. Documents don't live in isolation. Contracts typically reference schedules, SOP reference another SOP, emails reference attachments. If your data has any cross-references, the AI needs to be designed to follow them. That's a multi-hop retrieval pattern, and most vendors don't build that unless you ask. Your documents don't live in isolation. Your AI shouldn't pretend they do. All right, getting over to the last question. Show me your waiter's document, the pathological case, the one that breaks every system you ever tried. This is a question I ask in every audit because the answer changes the entire architecture. Most consultants will quote you based on your normal documents, like your average contract, your average report, maybe email. And the normal documents work fine, and your weird ones break the system. Here's the thing, right? Your architecture isn't determined by your average document. It's determined by the edge cases, because those are the ones that really can mess up the system. So for example, a client of mine had what looked like a totally routine work doc workflow. And until I asked for the weirdest example, it turns out that 10% of their files were 50-page depositions with handwritten margin notes and scanned in PDF, right? And that's not really a normal document, but it's a separate project. The vendor who quoted them they didn't ask to see if they had any normal documents, anything that was out of the norm. And the system quietly failed in the depositions within 3 months and no one noticed. The lesson here is show your vendor the worst example and not the average. The pathological case is the project. The normal ones are the easy part. 9 questions in 15 minutes. The audit I run with every client before I touch a single dollar of their build. Run it on your own data this week. 5 of the questions you've already thought through, 4 of them, source of truth, metadata, interdependencies, and pathological examples. Those are the ones I really want you to sit down and answer this week. If you get stuck on any of the 9, drop a comment within the question number, and I'm reading every comment and I'll tell you what to do. If you can't answer all 9 right now, you're not ready to sign an AI quote, but that's totally fine. Book a call in the description below. My team will help you walk through each of your cases and help you choose which AI system to build right. See you in the next one.